Hey there, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review of another 80s horror film. And this is another slasher film called Mortuary. Well, I mean another slasher. I mean, this is a time where slasher films were coming out almost every week. Not only because of Halloween, but especially because of Friday the 13th. And then you got a slew of slasher films. I mean, you got Terror Train, My Bloody Valentine, The Burning, The Prowler, Graduation Day, and so on. So, of course, you have another slasher film, which I don't know if this is true. I read somewhere that this was filmed in 81, but could not get released till 83. That could be wrong, though. But this is a movie I was actually curious about because I always remember, one, Bill Paxton is in this. And I love Bill Paxton. I miss the guy. Great actor. Love him in Aliens and Predator 2 and Weird Science and so many others. Such a great actor. And this is one of his early roles, Bill Paxton. Also, I remember the trailer, which is like 50 seconds long. And it was like Michael Berryman from the original Hills of Eyes digging a grave. And then he's dragged down. And that has nothing to do with the movie. Nothing. It made it seem like if it was a monster zombie movie, and it's not. It's a slasher film. Like, you watch the trailer, nothing about it says it's a slasher movie. I guess by this time, they thought, well, the slasher films are kind of dying, so let's not market it as a slasher movie. Even the poster makes it seem as if it's a zombie movie more than a slasher film. Because there's a hand coming out of the grave. I'm like, is this about the undead? No, it's not. But the film itself, I did not like this film at all. I thought this was a really lame slasher film. I'm glad I saw it once to see Bill Paxton in an early role, but that's it. That's the only thing of note for me. Sorry about that jump there. The camera kind of froze a little bit. I think because I have some stupid antivirus. Anyway, enough of that tangent. But this film, if you go into it for kills, not many people really die in this movie. And even the little bits you do, you don't really get much for gore. I think technically you see like you could count on one hand. And there's really nothing to it. The characters, the actors, I mean, other than, Bill Paxton, to see an early role from him. Christopher George, who I've referenced him quite a few times in this marathon because he was in Pieces, The Gates of Hell, also known as City of the Living Dead, Graduation Day. I still think his best one is Grizzly. I really liked that one. This might have been his last film because he actually passed away in 1983. I mean, the story is the lead girl and her boyfriend. The boyfriend, his van is missing, and God, how do I even go into this story? It starts off with the slow motion of this guy getting hit with a baseball bat and going to a pool. And a girl runs out in slow motion, and it cuts away. And I don't even remember if it said like 2 years or 10 years later or whatever. It might have, but I don't remember. Then it cuts to the boyfriend of the lead girl and this other guy. They go in this mortuary warehouse. And the one guy is stealing tires because he got fired. And he's like, fuck this. I want this shit because they fired me. So fuck them. He doesn't say that, but maybe in his mind he said it. So the boyfriend and the guy, they witness this Sabbath, this ritual where Christopher George and all these people are in black robes and shrouds and ready to do a seance. Hell, go try to fucking talk to Elvis Presley then. For all I care. Do your fucking seance. I did not like this fucking film at all. So, the boyfriend gets locked up. This door closed, he can't open it. And the guy, he's over there, and some person in a black shroud stabs the guy. You see like a little bit of blood. I like the idea that when he stabs the guy, it's attached to a hose, and you see some blood coming out of the hose. I'm like, okay. I mean, your characters, you have the lead girl whose father died, whose mother, who I believe is Lynda Day George, is going out with Christopher George. And the lead girl's like, oh, well, you know what, that took quick. Actually, it was a month. She said, it's only been a month since he died, and you're already dating. And she also thinks that her mother and Christopher George are trying to drive her insane, which is not the case. You have the boyfriend character, Bill Paxton. He's a guy that you can tell he likes the lead girl. The first scene, he tells about having Mozart records. Now, right off the bat, you could tell who the killer is. It's just very obvious, and okay, if you don't want to know who the killer is, when I put this down, spoilers will be gone. When I have this up, there'll be spoilers. Spoilers starting now. The killer is Bill Paxton. And you can tell because he has this weird vibe to him. And they say, well, he's eccentric because his mother committed suicide. I'm like, so you have this weird guy. You're not giving him a lot of screen time so we could look at him too much. And then you give him this backstory like, oh, something tragic happened. But you're not harping on it too much to give it be an obvious red herring. I'm like, well, so is fucking Bill Paxton. And then by like an hour in, less than an hour in, you see the guy dressed up in the shroud, and you can clearly tell it's Bill Paxton. Which I guess that was the point of the film, because by then it doesn't hide the fact that it's Bill Paxton. So yeah, the murder mystery did not work at all. You don't really see much kills. I mean, the beginning, a guy gets hit with a baseball bat, which looked ridiculous. He just fell into the pool in slow motion. And then there's like a month later, the one guy gets stabbed. The mom is found dead in a bed. Christopher George is stabbed by like something to do with embalming, because that's what, you know, some of the job of the killer is being an embalmer at the mortuary. Like I said, like, you don't really get much for kills. You don't really get much of a body count. I didn't really feel much of an atmosphere. I didn't give a shit about the characters. I thought the boyfriend was kind of a sucky actor. I'm like, Bill Paxton is out acting you and then some, Mr. Boyfriend. Nothing against the guy personally. I'm just saying the acting sucked. The story, what fucking story? The mood, what fucking mood? Really, like the first hour, that shit happens. The lead girl has a tendency to sleepwalk. She sleepwalks into a pool and then is attacked by a man in shroud with a white face. She keeps saying this stuff. The mom thinks she's crazy. Lead girl and boyfriend have a fight because he wants sex, and she's like, no. Which, I mean, boyfriend, Mr. Boyfriend, her father just died a month ago. She thinks he was murdered. plus she thinks she's being chased. You're not going to get any tootie pussy. Okay, you're not going to get the nutty. Stop being an idiot. And then, spoilers from here on out, you come to find out, like I said, Bill Paxton's the killer. He knocks out the lead girl and goes, he's going to embalm her because he loves her and we'll be together forever. And Christopher George, who plays Bill Paxton's father, comes in and says, like, what the fuck you doing? So Bill Paxton stabs him, but then he regrets it and goes, oh, I didn't mean it. Bill Paxton, I mean, again, it was interesting to see an early performance of his. He would get better, though. I mean, hell, this was before The Terminator, his bit role in The Terminator. I mean, this is... Or, like, he had a blink and you miss a role in Commando, which was, like, what, 85? So, this is a very, you know, sort of substantial role for Bill Paxton, and it doesn't save the film. It's just more of a curiosity piece to see an early Paxton role. Again, that's why I said I'm glad I saw it once, but I would never watch it again. So, Paxton has the girl knocked out, takes her to this place where he set up the bodies of other dead people, like the lead girl's mom, Christopher George, the guy killed at the beginning, his mom, which did not commit suicide, faked it, and now she's in like this coma, I guess. And then this other guy who's like his doctor he killed off screen that we didn't fucking see. I swear more people die off screen than fucking on screen. And again, you probably count on one fucking hand. And so that's when, as a slasher, so then fucking, I thought it was boring. That's another thing. I thought it was really fucking boring of a movie. I didn't give a shit about the leads. You didn't have any cool kills. You didn't really have much eccentric oddities that make it interesting. Just Bill Paxton's not in the film that much. Like, I swear in the first hour, he's in it for like 3 scenes? Maybe 4? Like 3 or 4 scenes. There was one where he first officered the Mozart record, a quick little scene at a cemetery, a scene where he's talking to the boyfriend at his job. Maybe one more in the first hour? So, I mean, but you get more of him in the third act. And I guess he's going to wed the lead girl as she's knocked out because he loves her. But okay. And the boyfriend's locked. This boyfriend has a fucking bad tendency of getting fucking locked behind doors. Because he did that happen at the beginning. It happens again. He gets out. Some fucking gun comes out of nowhere. I don't remember where the fuck the gun came out, but it's Blaine's in it. And Bill Paxton's like, it's Blaine, stupid. Blaine's. I love Paxton, but that wasn't really a great acting moment. It was over the top. I mean, it made me laugh, so I take that back. The lead girl just wakes out of her stupor, hits Paxton in the back with an axe, which isn't graphic at all. Because you see, like, Paxton here, and she's like on his back. So he dies. The lead girl and boyfriend are walking away, and then fucking the mom just comes out of her stupor, her coma, starts to attack the couple with a knife, and it freeze frames. And you're like, what? My fucking God. I mean, this goes in the category for me of bad slasher films of the 80s. There's a lot of good ones. A lot of Friday 13th Elm Street ones, My Bloody Valentine, April Fool's Day. I would put Intruder in there, Terror Train. I would put The Burning in there. But man, there's a lot of fucking bad ones too. Final Exam, Girls Night Out, this one. It's like with everything. You take the good with the bad. I know this has a fan base. You can let me know why. I'd be curious. You're not wrong for liking it. I just don't get it. So is it because of Paxton, or is there something else? Because I like to know what the something else is. But Paxton, he's barely in the film, and then by the end it's not enough, and I'll just go watch Aliens again. I'll just go watch Predator 2 again. I'll go watch Twister again for Bill Paxton. But this, man. Frailty, that's a good one. Just a boring, lame slasher flick. The idea doesn't even really have much for kills, really not much for gore, not much of a body count. I didn't feel a mood or atmosphere. I didn't give a shit about the characters. I just didn't give a fuck. But if you love it, that's cool. Again, let me know in the comments why. I did not. But thanks for watching, take care, and stay tuned for more movie reviews. See you guys later. Bye-bye.